All right, it's time for a 12 Sports original. If this past year has taught us anything, it's try not to complain about the good things in life because someone always has it worse. Recently, I got the chance to cross paths with a local athlete who is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the strongest people I've ever met in my life. She has been through the unimaginable, yet you can't tell. When you really love something, just talking about it can make you emotional.
I literally love this game so much. It's literally my life. I was always at practice. Dances, I've missed several dances. Softball has just meant a lot to me, so I was okay with willing to put a lot of stuff on hold.
Meet 20-year-old Emily White, a softball player at Paradise Valley Community College.
We're all just a family, so it's great.
The team is coached by longtime Valley coach Nick Candrea. Softball runs in his family. His brother is legendary U of A softball coach Mike Candrea.
She's a true team player, and she's just works very hard, and I'm amazed by her.
I gave it my all just because I've always been taught to play each game like it's your last game.
Last game took on an entire new meaning last season. It was shut down in early March due to COVID-19. Then life really changed a few months later.
I got thrown from the car and the vehicle basically crushed my leg.
At a camping trip with friends and family on Memorial Day weekend, they were riding ATVs that evening when the one Emily was riding in hit a rock and flipped.
We always stop at every intersection, wait for people to catch up, then we go. And my phone rang, which was weird. Her friend's like, Jeep flip, Emily's hurt bad.
I actually didn't even realize I had an open compound fracture, and I tried standing up.
She went to try to help my boyfriend because he got pinned under the vehicle.
I was supposed to bleed out, the doctor said, but apparently me standing up to help him kind of helped my artery close off.
So crazy about that night is we've never had phone signal in that area, and we were able to call out to medics.
Emily was rushed to a hospital in Flagstaff. Doctors worked on her foot for the next 2 weeks, and because of COVID, family and friends weren't allowed to visit.
My ankle was dying, and it was turning completely white.
But after multiple surgeries, it was time to make a decision.
From there, I just kind of had to make the decision of, do I want my foot or do I want my lifestyle?
Only thing she ever wanted to do is keep playing. And so whenever the doctor said, these are your options, and she opted to go with the prosthetic.
Emily gave doctors the okay to amputate her foot on June 4th, 2020.
She already started thinking about, what kind of foot. She already started looking at all the stuff ahead of her.
Something bad could really happen, but fortunately, it was just my foot.
Last one. Good.
The comeback was on, and it wasn't long after surgery that Emily was hitting the ground with 2 feet again.
Is that way too wide for you?
Yeah, I could go up a little more.
2 months later, she was walking. 2 months after that, she was running.
Good, there it is. You know where your power comes from.
Now it was time to call coach.
She said, but I'm not just coming to help out, I'm coming to play. And I kind of said, Em, are you serious? She says, I'm dead serious.
My initial reaction was I was concerned for her safety because I wasn't sure how it would work, and I didn't know if there was any precedent out there for college softball. But my quick second reaction was, good for her to show that kind of passion and that kind of mental fortitude to want to come back to something she loves so much after a devastating injury like that. I just thought, we're lucky to have her, and we'll do whatever it takes to make it work.
No precedent needed. By February, she was back at practice.
She doesn't let her leg stop her from not being able to do things.
She doesn't take herself out of anything.
Thank goodness. He's trying to kill me.
She did have to change positions, moving from the outfield to second base. The blade handles much better in the infield. But really, what blade?
Today I was looking for another sock to put on with my uniform for pictures, and I was freaking out. I was like, I can't find my other sock. And, I just didn't even occur to me, I don't need another sock.
But then it was time to suit up for real.
When the opportunity comes, I'll get you in there to play. But you got to let me know how you're feeling.
Of course, she was feeling great on opening day, so coach put her in.
Kind of nervous, to be honest, but it was really good to be back. I've been working so hard for several months, so it kind of feels like it's paying off slowly.
This is my 48th year of coaching, so I've been through a lot of different circumstances with young people, but nothing that compares to that.
About a week and a half later, she gets her first start at second base. And of course, she gets some action right away. Later on her first trip to the batter's box, Emily driving in a run on a fielder's choice.
It's the best thing anybody could see. When she's out on that softball field, those have always been the best years. And seeing her do that again, it's unbelievable.
I've always carried myself to, say that there are people that have it worse than I do. And there are. But I'm not saying that mine wasn't hard, because there are days where it is very hard, to have motivation to get up. But, this doesn't define me as who I am. I mean, it is a part of me, a huge part of me actually, but I wouldn't change it. I tried to get them to get a different color, so I match us still. So that way the whole fit is looking fresh, but they said no. So the green flames, or whatever you want to call that, it's stuck. I kind of want to show others that, if you do put in the work, regardless if you're an amputee or not, even a normal athlete, you will see results and you can be great.
She is great, and I told you she was strong. I want to make this clear. Emily is believed to be the first amputee to play in a college softball game. What she's doing has never been done before at this level. Countless people have helped Emily along the way. Family, friends, people helping in the Valley to make sure she has the right blade. They don't make those for college softball, so folks are working with her to come up with one. Shout out to One-Legged Lance and all those Paralympic athletes who reached out to Emily in the hospital, letting her know it's going to be okay. Emily has two goals moving forward: working in the medical field and offering support to future amputees all over, giving them the same support she got.